Chodesh Tov, everybody. Tonight we're going to be counting Be'ezrat Hashem the Sefirah of Gevurah of Tiferet. Yesterday we spoke about that Tiferet is beauty, and Chesed in Tiferet is the love for beauty. We spoke about it yesterday. There's also a class online that was given this morning with more information. But today we're going to be counting Gevurah Tiferet. And we know that Tiferet is beauty. And in some situations, beauty arouses a lot of yirah, a lot of awe. Not fear, rather awe. And there's a lot of power in something that is very beautiful. It can be a landscape, it can be many other things, but something really, really beautiful usually can awaken a lot of yirah, a lot of fear. There is a verse in Tehillim, specifically in chapter 2, that we say, Ivdu et Hashem b'yirah, serve Hashem with fear. Serve Hashem with awe, with fear. The translation more is fear. And then the verse continues, V'gilu b'ra'ada. Gilu is to rejoice. Ve'ra'ada, I think you pronounce it in English, quacking. And the verse starts by saying that first of all you have to serve Hashem with fear. Later on you can rejoice. Now we know that the pnimiyut, the essence, the root of the Sefirah of Gevurah is fear. And when I have the combination of Gevurah Tiferet, the fear in the beauty, then is fear, awe that is awakened and aroused because of beauty. And beauty can arouse love, but also can arouse a lot of fear. For example, not fear, but an awe. For example, you can see a stormy ocean. I don't know if you've ever been on a stormy ocean. That can arise a lot of fear from something so huge. That's when you realize that you are a nothing. That you are, in 1 second, you are thrown off the ship, and the ship itself can be swallowed into the waves. So here you see beauty of nature, of creation, and that can bring two ways of either actual fear. You can see a volcano erupting. That's also pretty intense. Awesome, yeah, right thing. You can stand in front of Niagara Falls and look at it and be like, what is that? It brings you to the point like Adam HaRishon. Adam HaRishon looked around the world and says, Ma rabu ma'asecha Hashem. Wow, Hashem, what did you do here? How did you do this? So, nevertheless, you can look at something great in this world that is, in one way, can be breathtaking, beauty, like you said, can be awesome. And it's, the term that they say is breathtaking. Takes away your breath, something so huge and so great. And this is the fear, this yirah that we're referring to. It's no fear from Hashem, rather this awe in front of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And what is causing me to develop this awe is the creation. And creation in Hebrew, it's easier to teach Torah in Hebrew because the words make a lot of sense. In English you have to come up with all sorts of explanation to really give it over. But creation in Hebrew is bria. We're learning now a lot about the spiritual worlds, and we keep mentioning a world that is called bria. But the creation in this world is called bria, which has the exact same letters with a little switch in one of the letters, be'yirah, with fear, with awe. So the bria itself, the creation, is what has the ability to awaken this awe. Look at Avraham Avinu, what inspired him to be who he was. He just observed what's around him, observed or absorbed. And same thing with Adam HaRishon, like I mentioned just now, that Adam HaRishon was looking around and he was totally shocked. Wow, Hashem, what did you do here? You have to bring yourself to a point in your life that you can look around and you marvel the creation and you see the greatness of Hashem that arouses in you this yirah. And how you arouse it? With the beauty that is around you. Creation is beautiful. Just the other day, somebody sent me a video how how do you call it? Not a worm. You call those ones that become a butterfly. A caterpillar. So unbelievable to see it. 2-3 minute video, how it develops from this cocoon, goes out and it eats its own cocoon, and then just to see the whole process, and then becomes this beautiful butterfly with extraordinary colors and design. You're looking at that and you say, wow. Just think of, just today I was observing while we were praying, when we were waiting for the last few men to finish the Tfilat Shmonayesrei so we can start the repetition. There was a little dove outside the window walking around, and it looked like it was pregnant. It was very fat. And I was thinking, imagine how many doves right now in the world are laying eggs, and how many millions and millions of doves are all around the world laying eggs now to multiply and to continue the chain just of one species. Just think of the details, how Hashem is feeding, sustaining, creating, multiplying so many, one species, one little bird. I was looking at the bird and meditating on look at, it's unbelievable how Hashem has so much attention to details. There's trillions of birds around the world. Somebody's in charge of these birds. Somebody knows all the birds, where they are. Somebody feeds them. There's a design, there's a whole process in nature, how it multiplies, how it procreates, how it continues. We just take everything for granted. We see a bird, okay, another bird. No, this bird has a history. Can you imagine following one bird? I mean, National Geographic does it for you. And you see one creature has a whole life. How they procreate, how they grow, how they mate, how they feed, how they hunt. Just that this is one detail out of creation, and Hashem is in charge of everything, oversees everything, knows everything. When you're looking at nature, at the creation, it arouses this unbelievable awe. And this is specifically the idea of Gevurah of Tiferet, Gevurah Tiferet, is to be able to arouse with the beauty around me this awe to the Kadosh Baruch Hu, so I can serve Hashem exactly like David HaMelech says, Ivdu et Hashem be'irah. Serve Hashem with this unbelievable awe. I can't believe what's going on here. And this is specifically the power of the day. Now, practically saying, is I need to learn how to, I don't know the word in English, I never found the right word. In Hebrew it's called lehitpa'el, is to, so to say, get overwhelmed, but in a very positive way, not to get in a negative way. Is how would you say the verb of awe? Is there any word like that? Okay, so in Hebrew you say lehitpa'el. You have a word?
Maybe mesmerized?
Yeah, but what would be the verb? Get mesmerized? You would say get mesmerized. It is a verb?
It is.
Nevertheless, in Hebrew there is an action, a verb. It's called lehitpa'el. Awestruck. But nevertheless, I need to know how to develop within me the mechanism that I can observe something small in creation, something that is beyond our understanding, and develop awe to Hashem from it. How great Hashem is. Ma nora Hashem, ma rovu ma'asecha. It's to constantly, and we don't have awe from Hashem. We have maybe a little dot of awe of Hashem. So we want to develop this awe to the Kadosh Baruch Hu, because when I'm totally in awe of Hashem, then my service to Hashem is completely different. When I see Hashem all around me, when I develop this unbelievable love, admiration, respect, and awe to the Kadosh Baruch Hu. This is Gevurah Tiferet, taking the beauty of the creation of the world and bringing this awe out to the surface. And needless to say that when I do that, then my level of servants of Hashem grows in a completely different way. That at some point, when I have such a high level of awe to Hashem, it starts affecting my respect even to people. Most people have disrespect to other people. There's very few people that they show respect to other people, to somebody else. So B'ezrat Hashem should know how to expose this awe to the Kadosh Baruch Hu by observing the beauty of the world. And today is the day when we getting the energy where we can dig deep down inside to this beautiful place and bring this awe outside. B'ezrat Hashem should have a successful task and a beautiful Chodesh Iyar.